started. Today we're looking at angle relationships, and we're starting with angles that are on the circle. On the circle. So this first one, we have an angle formed by a tangent and a chord. We actually have two angles. We have angle 1 here, and then we have angle 2. So we have these two angles, angle 1 and angle 2. Well, if we have an angle that is on the circle, the measure of that angle is equal to half the intercepted arc. So angle 1 would be half of the measure of arc AB. Angle 2 would be half of the measure of arc ACB. So here we have X, which we're asking for, this angle. We're told that this is a tangent line, and you're given that the measure of this arc is 132. Two ways to do this. If this is 132, we can then determine the measure of this arc. How do we do that? Subtract from 360. So 360 minus 132 is 228, and therefore X would be 1/2 of that. So X would be 114. Or the second approach would be, if we know this is 132, we know this angle here would be half of that. And then these two together make a straight line. When two angles form a straight line, we call them a what?
Supplementary.
They are supplementary, and they're a linear pair. And all, anytime we add up angles and they form a straight line, they're supplementary. Very good. So we would do 66, 180 minus 66, and we would still get 114. So you can approach it either way. Any questions about angles on the circle? Okay, our next ones we're going to look at are angles outside the circle. So in this case, we have an angle outside here, angle P, that is formed by two tangents. Here we have angle P that is formed by, these are two secants. This one's the two tangents. And finally, a secant and a tangent. Now, to find the measure of this outside angle, it is half the difference of the intercepted arcs. Take a moment and sketch what you need to sketch.
Bless you.
add in some numbers and turn these into examples. So you could do that too. So on the first one where we have the 2 secants, I told you that this outside angle is 26 degrees. This arc is 30 degrees, and you're asked for this arc. So if the outside angle is half the difference, so we'd always do big arc minus little arc, divide by 2, is equal to the outside angle. So we get 26 degrees, divide by 2, or we can multiply by a half. The big arc, we don't know. The small arc is 30. Okay, so when we're solving for y, instead of distributing the 1/2, what's a smarter move? Multiply by 2. Very good. So now we have 52 equals y minus 30. And then what do? Add 30. 82. 82 degrees.
That's it?
That's it.
That's for 2 secants.
Okay? Now, here we're asked for angle P. And on this one, you're given this smaller arc is 100. Is that enough information?
Nope.
Because that one.
Yes, because these are 2 tangents. If this is 100, how can I determine this larger arc?
Oh, it's twice that.
360 minus the 100. So the measure of arc ACB is 260. So now we can find P. It's half 260 minus 160. Not 160, 100. Excuse me, 100. I had, it was extraneous. What? There we go. And so half of 160 is 80. Now, there's currently not enough information on this last one, but if I add this little statement, the measure of arc AB is equal to the measure of arc BC. Now we have enough. So how do we do it? Okay, Brock?
72 plus 2x equals 360.
Very good. Whatever this is, this has to be the same. So he said 72 plus 2x equals 360. That's exactly right. So you do 360 minus 72, divide by 2.
I see it now.
Okay? He is so right. So he said 72 plus 2x.
I'm guessing that's the rest of the circle. For the 2
Yeah.
arcs. It's the arcs of BC and AB.
Yes. So x is 144. So each of these are 144. So the measure of angle P is 1/2, 144 minus 72. It's half of 72, which is 36 degrees.
Way to go, bro. You did that really good.
Okay, so we did on the circle. It's half the intercepted arc. We did outside. It's half the difference. Now we'll do inside.
You said the inside is what?
It's half the sum. Yes, sir.
Real quick for a second. I want to see how the formula to find the arcs.
Back one more.
No.
Oh.
No, I was talking about the arcs of the bottom of the split. So we'll be.
If they're equal, these have to be the same.
Yeah, I know. So I'm talking about how you set up to find
This.
enough information to hold it.
Okay, this arc plus this one plus this one is the whole circle.
All right.
So all those together have to equal 360. Okay? Okay? Alright. So inside angle is half the sum. So here we have an inside angle, angle X. So it's half the sum of the intercepted arcs. Angle X is half the sum. Inside half the sum.
Oh, that's the arc BC.
Yeah.
It would be.
So y is half AD plus BC. Okay, so if WX is 80 degrees, what is the measure of YZ? Well, they gave us this inside angle. So the inside angle is equal to half the sum of 80 plus Y, not angle,
WC.
YZ,
Oh,
XZ, XZ. That's not X, that is still YZ. I'm so sorry. So half of 100 is 50, so the measure of YZ has to be 20, right? Because 20 plus 80 is 100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, mental math.
Yeah, let's do some of that. Let's stretch those.
It was like a
Or
yawn.
not.
It was like a yawn and then I melted it out.
Okay. All right, that's it for today. So tonight's homework is just the angle worksheet. And it's not all the problems. Look at your calendar. Now the second package you picked up is your review that's due on Tuesday.
Oh, these sheets of paper? Where's that?